Hello, my name is Justin Warren. I'm a sophomore student from Houston Christian University. In this video, I'll talk about what I understand on how someone would deliver a captivating and convincing speech. This video will also show what I would do with the knowledge I had gotten from the audience analysis video in order for me to see if I actually understand what was being said in the video. For forming a convincing speech, you must do research that does not come from bias, but from multiple sources, both primary and secondary, with proper accuracy. Your research must come from a non-stereotypical place that respects the specific group you are speaking to. A topic should help prove a message you have conceived on your own. Support a specific group or get a lesson across. Your argument should not offend or harm the group you are speaking to, but the most important thing about audience analysis is the audience itself. With the research you had acquired, you must identify the specific audience you want to give your reasoning to. Before you give your speech, you must find out things such as age, gender, and/or occupation. This will make or break if your audience should care about the speech you would give. Look at Maslow's needs diagram would help a lot for forming a proper speech. Your speech must at least target one of the sets of needs a human needs in their life: their self-esteem, love and belonging, safety, or physiological needs in order to grab your audience's attention. Once you have your audience's needs prioritized in your speech, you'll be able to connect with your audience at a deeper level. How I would go about creating a speech for an audience is to first find out who I want to speak to, what specific group, what I find that would benefit most from my speech. Once I figured out their needs, concerns, and interests, I would base my speech around satisfying their desires, of course. I would stand by my speech to not be hypocritical. Once I have acquired all the data from my research, I would need to formulate my speech to something my audience would understand and stick around for. Of course, peer research does not counter real-world problems. I would need to see if my audience is listening and learning something from my speech. I would ask questions to bring them into speech, but also not judge if they do not fully understand, and be open to share my note for them to retain for later.